The Galactic Combat Academy's arena buzzed with anticipation as species from across known space gathered for the annual Beastbond tournament. Towering Krathri warriors stood beside their armored behemoths, while sleek Valorian hunters preened their Resotalon raptors. The air crackled with barely contained violence and predatory confidence. Hallie stood in the preparation chamber, her small frame dwarfed by the massive creatures and their handlers around her. Her combat suit looked almost primitive compared to the advanced exoskeletons worn by other cadets, but her eyes held steady, focused on the transport crate beside her. "Look at the human," hissed a Krathri named Vexter, his 4 eyes gleaming with amusement. What pitiful creature has she bonded with? A domesticated canine, perhaps, or one of those feeble felines? Laughter rippled through the chamber. Even Harriet, her human classmate and the only other Terran in the academy, shot her a concerned glance from across the room. His bonded creature, a magnificent Terran wolf, sat alert at his side. "Hallie," Harriet called out, weaving through the crowd. "You don't have to do this. The instructors said humans could sit this tournament out. These apex predators, they've been bred for thousands of years specifically for combat." She smiled softly. "So has my partner." Before Harriet could respond, the arena master's voice boomed across the chamber. "Cadets, present your bonded companions." The doors opened, and one by one, the contestants marched into the massive arena. The crowd in the stands erupted as each beast was revealed. A Krathri emerged with a creature resembling a chrome-scaled dragon, breathing jets of superheated plasma. A Valorian's 6-legged hunter shrieked, its call echoing off the dome overhead. Crystalline scorpions, void panthers, armored bears from high gravity, worlds each, more terrifying than the last dot. Harriet walked out with his wolf, earning respectful nods. Wolves were known commodities in galactic circles, now efficient pack hunters with decent tactical intelligence. Then came Hallie's turn. The arena fell silent, then exploded with laughter. Waddling beside Hallie was a creature no larger than a standard-issue backpack. Black and white fur, short legs, a rounded body that looked almost comical. It snuffled along, seemingly unconcerned with the thousands of eyes upon it. "A Terran honey badger," the arena master announced, his voice barely concealing his own amusement. "That," Vexter roared from his position, "that is not even a proper predator. It looks like someone's pet." The honey badger, whom Hallie had named Brutus, paused in his waddling, his small eyes fixed on Vexter with an intensity that seemed disproportionate to his size. "The tournament will proceed in elimination rounds," the arena master declared. "Bonded pairs will face increasingly dangerous scenarios. The creature who shows the greatest combination of lethality, courage, and tactical prowess will be crowned champion." The first challenge began. A simulation of a hostile planet's ecosystem was generated via hardlight technology. Mechanical prey scattered across the arena floor, each programmed with advanced evasion protocols. The Chrome Dragon struck with devastating precision, incinerating 3 targets in seconds. The Void Panther moved like liquid shadow, its claws ripping through synthetic flesh. Harriet's wolf worked methodically, using pack tactics he'd taught it to corner and eliminate targets efficiently. Then, Brutus's turn came. The honey badger didn't chase. He didn't strategize. He simply locked onto the nearest target and charged. What happened next made the entire arena fall silent. The mechanical prey, programmed to flee from predators, tried to escape. Brutus didn't care. He latched onto it, his jaws crushing through reinforced plating that was designed to withstand bites from creatures 3 times his size. When another target tried to attack from behind, Brutus twisted with impossible flexibility, his thick skin preventing any damage, and tore into his attacker without releasing his original prey. "Impossible," breathed a Valorian instructor. "Those targets are military grade." The rounds continued, each more brutal than the last. Creatures fell away as the challenges intensified. The Chrome Dragon faltered when faced with a swarm scenario too much area to cover, too many targets. The Void Panther, for all its speed, retreated when confronted with a simulated apex predator twice its size. Brutus never retreated. In the 5th round, they introduced actual pain stimuli and lethal but intense energy fields that would discourage most creatures from advancing. The remaining beasts hesitated, their survival instincts warring with their training. Brutus walked straight through the field, his body seizing with the shocks, and still managed to reach his objective. Hallie watched with tears in her eyes, knowing she couldn't call him back without disqualifying them both. "What is that thing?" Vexter whispered, all arrogance gone from his voice. Harriet, standing nearby, smiled grimly. That's Earth, Vex. That's what 4 billion years of evolution in the galaxy's most competitive biosphere produces. We didn't have to breed them for combat. Nature did it for us. The final round pitted the remaining 3 creatures against each other in a free-for-all scenario. Vex the S-armored behemoth, a crystalline scorpion from the Andali Collective, and Brutus. The behemoth charged immediately, its massive bulk shaking the arena floor. The scorpion moved to flank, its venomous stinger gleaming. Brutus stood his ground. What followed wasn't a fight. It was a lesson in absolute fearlessness. The behemoth's armored hide meant nothing when Brutus found the joints and tore through them. The scorpion's venom, potent enough to drop a Cruthery in seconds, seemed to have no effect as Brutus grabbed the stinger, broke it, and used it as leverage to flip the entire creature. 10 minutes later, both opponents lay defeated, their handlers forced to intervene before serious damage occurred. Brutus sat in the center of the arena, licking his paws as if he'd just finished a light snack. The arena erupted not with laughter, but with stunned applause. The arena master approached Hallie, his expression a mixture of disbelief and newfound respect. Cadet Hallie, how? That creature weighs perhaps 10 kilograms. It has no armor, no venom, no special adaptations we can detect. Hallie knelt beside Brutus, scratching behind his ears. That's just it, sir. Honey badgers don't need special adaptations. They're already perfect. 4 million years ago, they chose a survival strategy that every redditor on Earth learned to respect. They simply don't give up, ever. You can't intimidate them. You can't hurt them enough to make them stop. They fight honeybees for food, raid lion kills, and hunt venomous snakes for sport. She stood, Brutus waddling contentedly at her side. We humans learned a lot from creatures like him. It's not about size or strength or special abilities. It's about refusing to quit, no matter what. Vexter approached, his massive form somehow seeming smaller. I apologize, Cadet Hallie. I underestimated both you and your companion. Hallie nodded graciously. Most people do. It's usually the last mistake they make. As she walked out of the arena, champion's medal round her neck, and Brutus trotting beside her, Harriet fell into step with them. You know, he said, grinning. I think you just taught the entire galaxy an important lesson about Earth. What's that? Never underestimate something just because it's small. And never, ever laugh at a honey badger. Behind them, the arena buzzed with excited chatter. Every species reconsidering what they knew about humanity and their frightening little planet. Earth had sent its message, delivered by 30 centimeters of fearless fur and attitude. Humanity, fuck yeah indeed.